Hey, what up, it's Jack Spade. There's nothing like producing a track for an artist that fits their style perfectly. My goal is always to do this and make them feel like they got something, that can compete with any other popular songs out there as far as artistry and technical quality, creativity. But before we can even get there, we have to go through a little process, I have to have a deep dive into the mental to find out what make the artist tick. It's a process. And that's what I want to talk about in this one, the process and why you should trust it, like your brother from another mother, or sister from another mister, or a non-binary from a non-gender conforming parental figure. I ain't pandering, I'm just trying not to get canceled. Run it. So I've been producing for like 18 years, which is crazy to say. That's like a whole adult human. You know what I mean? I'm old.
But you know this grown man business, don't you?
I've seen a lot, work with a ton of artists. I get what they're going through. I've been an artist all my life, so I know what it is to, put your heart and soul on the line. But I actually went to school for video production back in the day, and I've been doing that for a while as well. So what I recently decided to do was create a business that combines these two passions. I'm a one-stop shop for video and music production. Honestly, the best part of it for me is that I can help an artist reach an outcome they really want and love. So how do we get there? How do we get the sound that fits the artist? Well, let me walk you through a brief summary of how we do it. So the first thing I do is have the artist send me links to their music. I gotta hear how they sound and see what they created already. And then I tell them to send me any reference tracks of songs that they love or look up to. After that, what I do is actually compare the songs that they look up to the songs that they already made and see if there's a gap, if they're like making something totally different from songs that they really, really love. If there's too much of a gap, then maybe they're not making the music that they really want to make. Maybe they're making the music that they think they have to make. And you'll never really reach your full potential if you're making music that is not coming from, your heart. So that's why I like to see what the artist is listening to. Then I like to get on a call or a Zoom with them to introduce myself and let them know I'm a real person and let them know I want to find out who they are as an artist and a human being in general so I can help. On this call, they may tell me a little bit about what's currently going on in the world. Nothing too deep, it's just a casual call to build some dialogue. So right before the call ends, I tell them to go fill out a form on my website that gives me the details of the project and what they're trying to accomplish. I do this for a couple reasons. One is to bring me clarity, and two is to weed out anybody who's not really serious. Then we get on another Zoom call and discuss everything in detail, and I ask a few more questions to see where their head is really at and to see if I'm the right fit for them. I usually ask them how their current game plan is going in the music and their visuals. I'm a filmmaker as well, like I said, so by doing the music production, I know the song intimately and I really can create something that fits it visually as well. Music and visuals are very connected, and being able to do both acts as a one-stop shop for the artist. After the call, I write out a plan based on our conversation and I send it to them. If they cool with it, that's when the real work begins. Once I got an idea of who the artist is and what their vibe is, I get to work. Whatever we are working on is specific to that artist. Even though selling beats is cool, I really rather just tailor make a production for that artist because I think that's the best way to get the sound that we want. Whether I'm writing or recording an artist or directing a music video or a piece of content, it's my job to create, but it's also my job to be a guide. I ain't telling you where you should go, but if I see you heading down a certain path that's beneficial, then it's my job to shine a light and tell you to keep going that way and encourage you, you know what I'm saying? And also, if you're heading down the wrong way, it's my job to kind of guide the steering wheel and bring you back into alignment with your song and your vision. I don't try to reinvent the wheel. I just make what's already there more focused and deliberate. And I know it might sound corny, but the cheat code is to make the music you love, not what you feel like you have to make to get on. If you can focus your energy on making a song you would love, if you randomly discovered it on Spotify or heard it in somebody else's car blasting, you're more likely to push yourself to reach that higher level. do that instead of just doing what's trendy. So I go through this process, and it really helps make sure we reach a certain level of not just quality, but synergy. You know, we got to be able to vibe and communicate. So doing all that prep work really helps with that. And you know, I love working like this. So that's it. Just a little bit of my thought process when dealing with artists. You can check out my website if you're interested, and you can find out more and listen to some of my music. Thanks for vibing with me, and I'll see you on the next one.